Another day in the literature club. If anything, a sense of normality after all of the drama that's been going on. Hey Midas, how are you doing today? Yeah, not bad. Always nice to be here. That's what they want to hear. How's Natsuki? Natsuki? She's... She's alright. There's a bit of a rough patch, but we worked it out relatively well. Glad to hear it. Anyway, did you bring a book for book talks today? I honestly forgot today was book talk day. Luckily, I've been reading a really good series lately, so I have a volume on me. I can just share that. Yep, I brought one. Great! Let's get started then. Monica turns to face the rest of the club room. Okay everyone, it's time for book talks. I see Yuri and Natsuki's eyes light up. Yay, I love book talks! I'd have to agree, these book talks are actually quite interesting. This was a good idea, Monica. I'm glad everyone likes them. Anyway, we're gonna try something different today. Rather than doing book talks in one big group, I was thinking we could split up into smaller groups. We're already 5. Like, how is that supposed to work? That way people don't have to wait for their turn as much. That could work. I guess so. We're not even a group though. Or we're not an even group though. There's only 5 of us. Then we'll split off into a group of 2 and a group of 3. I'll decide the groups. Yuri, Midas, and Sayuri, you guys will be back by the clock. Oh, you're taking Natsuki with you? Okay, that works. You're with me, Natsuki. Alright. Okay, we'll switch in 20 minutes. See you guys then. With that, we all break up into our groups. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? I'm doing well, thank you. How about you, Midas? I'm good. Great! So, who wants to go first? Yuri and I exchange glances. It's clear she doesn't want to go yet, so I decide to volunteer instead. I guess I'll go. Yay! So Yuri finally sits down, leaving me in the center of attention. So I recently picked up this series called The Rangers of Olympus Mons. It's all about a gang of outlaws on Mars in a distant future. It's without a doubt action sci-fi, there's some legit political commentary in here. There's a lot of overlaying themes about environmentalism and the like. Ooh, sounds interesting. It is. I love how the characters interact with each other, especially. The dialogue was really playful, but the action scenes are top-notch. Action? So there's a lot of violence? Well, yeah, it's essentially space cowboys. Although I'm not one to read action novels, the political commentary you mentioned did intrigue me. I like books that have multiple meanings beyond the obvious themes. Yeah, there's a lot of that in the series. I might just borrow it from you in that case. Yeah, it sounds really good actually. I'm actually thankful that Yuri isn't awkward around us right now. Who's your favorite character? Definitely Jess, the main character. Oh? The main character is a female? Yup, she's the leader of the Outlaws. Interesting. You'd assume a series based around the Wild West would have a mostly male cast. That's what I thought at first. But nope, most of the main cast is girls. It's bizarre, but it actually works quite well. I see. Quite the subversion of expectations. Definitely. Anyway, can I go now? Sure, go right ahead. Awesome. I found this one book in the library called Requiem for a Teenage Prodigy. It's about this high school boy called Kosovo who's really good at piano, but he did. Why am I laughing? But then he dies in a car accident. Why does this sound like this is very familiar? Luckily though, there's a medium at this school that you can talk to. So the whole book's about Kosovo trying to write his own music through the medium. Is it a horror novel? Nope, it's a comedy actually. How is that supposed to be funny? The medium Takayuki is really dumb, so there's a lot of scenes where Kazu and Takayuki are just arguing about silly stuff. It's actually really funny. Oh, I see, and you're awkward right now. I'm sorry, I just assumed it was a horror novel because it has ghosts and mediums and other supernatural things. At least, I assume it does. I'm not entirely sure what else is in the book. I'm not finished with it yet. So far though, it's become one of my favorites. Yeah, it does sound pretty cool actually. I like the concept. Agreed. Most plots for comedy novels don't typically have the main character, well, die. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the scene where he dies was actually kinda sad. Wait, you aren't... Didn't you say you weren't finished yet? Assuming the death's at the ending. How? There's a lot of sad moments in this book, especially when Kosuo talks about his family. It's really bittersweet now that I think about it. Interesting. Doesn't sound half bad. I might just check it out. What is it called again? Requiem for Teenage Prodigy. Why does that... Can you remember something that I shouldn't really remember? I pull out a piece of paper and write down the title. There. Okay everyone, that's 20... Oh, Yuri didn't even get to share! Wait, what? But... Yuri didn't even get to go yet! Really? Maybe we should extend the time we spend in groups. Here, Yuri, let me get up to you. You're with Sayuri and I. You can go first. That'd be we didn't even get to know what Yuri was about to share. Aww. Good to hear. Natsuki, you and Midas are together. Don't have too much fun. Shut up. Monica giggles and walks off. Yuri, Monica, and Sei sit down at the desk at the front of the room. Natsuki, meanwhile, walks over to me at the desk near our closet. Hey. Hey! How's your day been so far? Alright, I guess. You? It's been alright. So what book do you have? I found this really good series about a high schooler who's secretly a psychic. Really? Do you have it with you? Yeah. One sec. Natsuki rummages through her bag, then pulls out a familiar-looking manga. Yeah, I've read this one before. It's really good. You get to the end yet? No? What? You're asking for spoilers? What happens? I won't spoil anything, but I guarantee you're not gonna enjoy it. Why? Does someone die or something? You'll see. No, of course no one dies. It's a comedy after all. It just ends in a big cliffhanger. Or rather, ended at a big cliffhanger. It's been over a couple of months now. I'm still mad about the ending. But what can you do? Hey, are you paying any attention? What? Natsuki scoffs. I said, do you have any other of the volumes I can borrow? I don't want to waste my money on manga. Yeah, you can come over and read the other volumes sometime. Why don't you ever go to the library, by the way? There's plenty of manga there too. Are you joking? I can't check out manga where everyone else can see me? I mean, I guess. Well, that works out anyway. Now I'll get to spend more time with my cute girlfriend. Hey, don't just say that kind of thing in public. I mean, it's just the two of us. Technically. Just imagine us reading together. Alone. No parents. What are we insisting? No parents in sight. You dummy! If you don't want me to tease you, then stop acting so cute. I want to say I love you to her. I want to so bad. I can't do it here, not in front of everyone. Just say it in the appropriate time, but please come quick. Especially not in front of Sayori. And after all that's happened, I'll just have to do it later. Alright, everything's finally set. I breathe a sigh of relief. At long last, I've gotten everything ready. The table, chairs, dinner, the works. I have to say I've been learning from the best. I didn't think this meal would have come together so well. I hope this works. I had to spend the weeks since Valentine's Day in the constant state of purgatory. But tonight this all ends. For better or for worse. We're preparing dinner for her? Okay. I just hope I went about this the right way. The question will be, what wrench will be thrown in the works tonight? Just then I hear a knock on my door. Coming! That'll be my favorite girl now. Opening the door, I prepare to greet her with an overly sarcastic dinner is served. I can barely contain my anxiousness. It's taken almost a week to put this all together. As the door opens, I see Sayori? Okay. At this time of the day? It's nighttime? Hello. Hi, Midas. Hey, Sayori, how's it going? Why am I getting a sense of deja vu? Get out, Sayori, please! I know I'm early? What do you mean? No, it's not a problem. Come on in, make yourself at home. Well, there's that wrench. Sayori wasn't supposed to be here. Wait a minute. Who's the... Why did we prepare dinner? Isn't it supposed to be for Natsuki? Because, like, considering the wording here, wasn't, so... This was planned? Sayori wasn't supposed to be here for another half hour. If I don't think this through carefully, I'll have a problem on my hands. So, you didn't really explain what was going on. You just wanted me over for okay. It's just for... It's for Sayori. I expected Natsuki. So you didn't really explain what was going on. You just wanted me over for dinner? Yeah, it's been a while since we hung out. Besides, there's something I need to talk to you about. Huh? Exactly what? But that can wait. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. More like I need to apologize for something. You don't need to apologize to me, silly. You've done nothing wrong. Like I said, don't worry about it. Make yourself at home. Sure. Is there anything else you need help setting up? No, just sit at the table. I need to make a quick phone call. Sure. Wait, is it for the three of us then? Like for Natsuki, Yuri, and for Natsuki, Sayori, and I? As she makes her way to the dining room, I hear her ask, "Why are there 3 chairs? Is your mom home?" No, it's a surprise. Like I said, just give him okay. It's for the 3 of us. Yeah, the alarm bells are ringing right now. I whip out my phone and I see a message from Natsuki. She's only a minute or 2 away. Thank God. I open the door and step outside into the cold night air, closing the door behind me. Showtime. After several minutes, I see a figure down the street. I jog a few feet over to meet her, smiling all the way. What are you waiting outside for? It's cold. And before we go inside, there's something I need to discuss with you. Okay, why's the music like this? She shoots me a look that makes me start to reconsider my choices. Not just the ones leading to this moment, but all of them. I'm well aware of how much Natsuki doesn't like surprises. I'm also aware of how little choice there was in this scenario. And I've got something to discuss with you before we go inside. And that would be... So I know that you and Sayori haven't been on best terms lately. Oh no. Natsuki doesn't waste any time jumping straight to the answer I expected from her. Or I expected of her. I don't remember that being any of your concern. In fact, I remember specifically you being the root cause. The building anger in her small frame is palpable. It's my concern because you're my girlfriend and she's my best friend. Don't you think it's reasonable for me to want to see you guys stay friends? Not if you're not going to set boundaries that I'm comfortable with. That's what I want us to talk to. Okay. This is actually nice from us. That's why I want all of us to talk today. To get straight and clear up any misunderstandings. Us all? What do you mean by us all? I take a deep breath before continuing. But I wanted to get the two of you in the same room together for long enough to sort it out. You know, where I can mediate. There's that anger flaring up again. So, let me get this straight. You invited Sayuri to our dinner night? Am I the only one feeling deja vu here? No. No, you're not. No, I invited Sayuri to have dinner with us. And something that I specifically told you wasn't a date. And how is that supposed to make me feel better? Okay, I know how this looks. I'm with you. Really? Somehow I don't really think you're with me. If you don't even think I'm capable of handling my own relationships. You seriously think that you need to mediate my private business with other people? Who are you, some kind of therapist turned hero who needs to save me from my own anger? Natsuki, you know that's not what I meant. All I want is to help you to start a conversation. I mean, can you honestly say that you've tried to patch things up with her yourself? And who are you to define my friendship with Sayuri? Look, I know what you said to Sayuri on Valentine's Day. The music changed again, and this time it's worse. About not talking to me anymore. You heard that? I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I just happened to walk downstairs while you were talking. That wasn't my best moment. Upon remembering that fateful conversation with Sayuri, Natsuki seems to deflate with weariness. She heaves a heavy sigh before continuing to speak. Sorry, I know it's just unfair to expect you to stop hanging out with your friends as much just because of your girlfriend. But in my defense, I didn't exactly want that to happen. I don't know that I might have made it seem that way, especially to Sayuri. It's not like I don't want you to have any friends, but I just get jealous when I feel like I'm the second choice for someone I care so much about. Hey, you're always number one in my eyes. And I wouldn't say that it's your fault. You were right in saying that I didn't set proper boundaries too. It definitely started this whole fiasco by hugging Sayuri and letting her on her Valentine's date. Okay, that's our fault. In fact, that's why I asked you to come over today. It's been eating at me that you guys aren't as close as you were, and I'm trying to fix that. And to make it up to you, I've taken tomorrow off to spend time with you as an actual date. You can do whatever you want, seriously. Anything at all. All for you. Just please let me fix this. I can't say no to that. Yes, kill them with kindness, as they say. Oh, thank goodness. Before I can celebrate, however, Natsuki puts up a finger. But I will say this. Your reasoning for all this stuff was fine, but I am not happy with how you went over my head to plan out this whole intervention and lied to get me to come over today. You should have told me the truth and trusted that I'd listen to what you had to say. It's like a weird invasion of privacy the way you butt into my business. It implies that you know better than I do about what's best for me. Okay, that's totally fair, and I do agree that I shouldn't have lied to you. I'm sorry. I should have thought about how you'd feel in this situation. Another sigh escapes from her lips. It's fine. Just don't do it again. Now let's head inside before I change my mind. Alright. After you. As I follow her inside, I watch her hang up her coat and walk into the dining room. Even from outside the room, Sayuri's surprise is audible. Hey Sayuri, I'm glad you could join us for dinner. I didn't realize this was a date night. I'm sorry for intruding. I'll get out of the way. No, Sayuri, please stay. As I walk into the room behind Natsuki, I see Sayuri has already risen from her chair and made it partway to the door before being stopped by Natsuki's words. I don't want to interrupt, so No, Sayori, we insist. It's been too long. I watched my best friend's eyes dart behind me, or dart between me and my girlfriend. Her visible confusion is gnawing away at me. Now that Natsuki's brought it up, I realized that I shouldn't have tricked Sayori into coming either. We basically tricked them both. At the time, I didn't see any other way to get the two of them together, but if I could have gotten Natsuki's blessing after having an honest conversation with her, Natsuki could have helped convince Sayori too. Not to mention that this must be a nasty surprise for the two of them. Sayori, it would mean a lot to me if you stayed, just for dinner if you want. You don't have to hang with us after. Sayori's eyes plead with me for an out. I know how cautious she tried to be around the two of us, so this must have blindsided her. Sure. I'll stay for dinner if that's not a burden. Not at all. Please make yourself at home. But it's my home. I barely managed to croak out my words. Natsuki stares enough to shut me down. Looks like she's taking it from here. Is Mom home? The night has gone surprisingly well so far. No one's died from my cooking yet, at least. Or from an angry pink-haired girl's tsundere. So I'd say that's a win in my book. The good news is I'm currently walking out with dessert. Aww. A tray of cupcakes made and decorated by yours truly. Actually, I don't know how they turned out. I was too scared to try one beforehand. I've never tried baking without Natsuki around before. And it was interesting. It was an interesting experience to say the least. Ooh, cupcakes! Well, would you look at that? Stole my whole gimmick. Both girls grin broadly at me. I chuckle. Nah, they wouldn't be as good as yours. Besides, you can make cookies too, remember? And don't you forget it. With that, she takes one and bites into it. Sayori is quick to follow suit. Well, I can tell whether they're good or not from their reactions, but at least it isn't bad enough for them to spit it out. At last, Sayori gives me a thumbs up. Natsuki swears to finish her mouthful, so she looks me dead in the face. Midas? Serious question. What? Are they good? Actually, better idea, come to the kitchen. I quietly follow behind her. Where's the sugar in your kitchen? Huh? Confused, I grab the sugar from the pantry. Right here. I hold up a clear glass container. Uh-huh. Now, where is the salt? It then dawns on me. No, I did it. You're pulling up my leg. There's no way in hell I messed that up. What do you mean? She's screwing with me. She has to be. It's completely different. I'm not that stupid. I know it. Right? She walks over to the pantry, pulls out a matching setup for the salt. This here is salt. You don't say. Apparently I have to. This one in your hand. That's sugar. That's the one you put in cupcakes. Oh no. Oh my goodness. It's at this point I see Sayori glance over at me with a conflicting look on her face. She walks over to me, takes a piece of her cupcake and shoves it into my mouth. It's remarkably sweet. Wait, that was mean. Okay. For a second there I thought that, okay, they got me good. I watch over as Natsuki bursts out into laughter. Sayori shakes her head, offering me some more cupcake. I can't believe you were screwing with me. You know how hard I worked on those. I know, and I'm sorry. A mischievous grin crosses her face. Consider it payback for what you pulled today. Okay, that's fair. Consider it payback for what you pulled today. I sigh. Can't argue with that, I suppose. Sayuri finally chimes in. That wasn't very nice, Natsuki. I know, but this time he deserved it. No, she's totally right. I deserve that. Heh, let's pull another prank on Midas together next time, Sayuri. We'll turn you into a prank master in no time. Really? That sounds like fun? Really? I got a lot of ideas for what you can do. Sayuri beams at Natsuki and a message silently seems to pass between them. Well, have you know that I'm not a beginner to pranks? I used to pull a lot of them with Midas when we were kids. In that case, you and Midas should try pulling one on me if you can. Aw, they're not bonding. Finally. Sayuri nods cheerfully, clearly understanding what Natsuki's saying. Leave it to Natsuki to try fixing relationships in such a roundabout way. But I guess that's not her style to outright say, I want you and Midas to start hanging out again. It's not her style to say that. I don't know if we should keep pulling food pranks though. Those cupcakes are so good, no one deserves to have their food made fun of like that. It reminds me of your cupcakes, Natsuki. It is a recipe. Well, mostly. I've been experimenting a little lately. Just never on my own. Natsuki stops her giggling and faces Sayuri. He's not as good as me yet, that's for sure. But he's getting there. Thank goodness they're in good terms. The night continues with the three of us watching TV until late in the night. I'd call that mission success if there was ever one. And all it cost was my dignity. Good morning, sweetheart. It's 9 p.m. here. I know, I was just joking around. Anyway, how was your day? Was school alright? My day was okay. Nothing really out of the ordinary. I had a good chat with Sayuri yesterday though. Good to hear. I hope she's doing well. She's doing fine. How about you? Any plans for today? I didn't really have many, to be honest. I woke up an hour ago. And I don't really have any meetings until late in the afternoon. So I think some city exploration is in order. That sounds fun. You should bring me some souvenir. Why? So you can add it to the junk pile you call a bedroom? I don't think so. Rude. I hear Mom snicker on the other end of the line. I'll have you know my room is perfectly clean. Lucky for Natsuki, huh? Do you really want the answer to that question? I hear the doorbell ring suddenly. What was that? Doorbell. What's someone doing here this late? My voice trails off as I realize I've been in this situation before. Tons of times, actually. Someone at my door late at night. I'm gonna go, Ma. I'll talk to you later. Hey, don't answer the doorbell, mister. It could be dangerous. I know. Alright, call me soon, okay? I will do. See ya. Be safe, sweetheart. Bye. I hang up and put my phone in my pocket. Reluctantly, I walk over to the door and open it. Natsuki. Shut up. Shut up! Natsuki shoves me aside and storms into my house. I cautiously trail behind her. Should I? Just don't say anything. Okay. Natsuki sits on the couch with her arms crossed, actively avoiding eye contact. I can almost physically feel how tense the air is right now. Unsure of what to do, I stand up to get a glass of water. Another situation where I don't know or what to do or what to say. I love Natsuki, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I really wish that she didn't have such a prickly side to her personality. But maybe it's more like I wish she communicated more easily. Exactly. Hey, she doesn't respond. Listen, Natsuki. I said shut up, I don't want to talk about it. Hey, why are you snapping at me? All I'm trying to do is help you. I don't want your help. Then why did you come here in the first place? Okay, now I'm starting to get mad. I'm not one to get angry normally, but the circumstances here are a lot different. I've done so much for Natsuki up to this point, and this is how she repays me? Why not? Why not? You're my fucking girlfriend. It's what I'm meant to do. I just don't. I scoff. Alright, fine then. I'm calling the police. Natsuki jumps on the couch. She clenches her fists as her eyes burn a hole in the wall behind me. Don't even fucking think about it. I'm not sitting by and letting your dad beat you again, Natsuki. You don't want to tell me what happened, so yeah, I'm calling the police. If you call the police, then we're done, you hear me? At this point, I don't care. I take my phone back out of my pocket and begin to dial 911. Why do you always have to meddle with my life? Because I love you, damn it. What kind of boyfriend would I be if I let you get hurt? Natsuki stops dead in her tracks. Once again, silence falls between us. Neither of us dare to say anything. I notice Natsuki's eyes wander as if she's scanning the room. I'm tempted to continue dining, but for some reason I can't bring myself to. What if she's serious? I know I said I didn't care, but at the heat of the moment, or that was at the heat of a moment, assertion. I care. A lot. Now what's gonna happen? Finally, I notice that Natsuki's expression has softened. Her face is slightly red, and her unbruised eye is twitching. Subtly she speaks. Please! Don't! Natsuki's voice begins to tremble, causing all my anger to disappear seemingly in an instant. She begins to shake as fresh tears rush down her cheeks. Without hesitation, I rush over and reach out to wrap my arms around her. But I abruptly stop when she flinches at my sudden movement. Don't touch me! I back up, holding my hands in the air. Okay, I won't do anything if you don't want me to. Natsuki slumps back onto the couch, hugging her arms around herself. I slowly settle down on the seat next to her, taking care not to touch her. Only Natsuki's stifled sniffles break the heavy silence that lies between us. We sit like this for what seems like an hour, even though realistically it's probably been a couple of minutes. It looks like Natsuki finally stopped trying to hold herself back too, as she's now crying waterfalls in her hands. The rush of emotion overcomes me and I find myself crying as well. I can't even begin to describe what I'm feeling right now. It's almost as if every single emotion just hit me like a brick. No, not every single emotion. There's one I can easily pinpoint. Fear. I'm scared for myself and for Natsuki. This is the most vulnerable either of us have ever been with each other, and I'm afraid of what's gonna happen next. Our sobbing eventually abates and we wipe our tears away. We stare into each other's eyes, neither of us have the strength to say anything. Normally the tension in the air would have made us uncomfortable, but I'm too tired to care. Midas? Natsuki. I'm scared. I know, I'm scared too. Hold me. I smile. Of course. Natsuki crawls up to me and lets me wrap my arms around her. Finally. I try my best not to touch her bruises, but she still squirms a tiny bit. I gently stroke her hair as we finally both calm down. Hey, I speak in a hushed voice. We need to do something. I know. I don't want to get him arrested. But why? I know, Natsuki, I know. I hold her a little bit tighter. But hear me out, okay? I know you love him and I understand the situation. You can't keep justifying things like this. You need to turn him in, I'm sorry, but he's dangerous. I know. This really isn't okay. It's far from okay. It's really hard for me to accept it because he's my dad. I know you're right. She's not arguing with me? Thank goodness! This is not the time to be surprised, Midas. Let's just be thankful. You were always right. You were right when I first told you, and you were right now. After going through all of this, I can't forgive him no matter how hard I try. So yeah, I should go to the police. Thank goodness. I feel as if a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Don't worry. We will. Soon. I'm not letting him hurt you again. Natsuki turns away and sighs. You say the stupidest things, Midas. I hate how I love it so much. Oh. Well, it's what I'm known for. I love you, Natsuki. I love you too, dummy. Thank goodness. We hold each other closer. My heart is racing, but from what I'm not sure of. Fear, anticipation, pure adrenaline? Hey, what? Do you want to call now? The police? No, not really. I want to get my stuff from my house first. What about your dad? He's probably off drinking somewhere. If I go in the morning, he won't be there, I swear. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think this has to be the heaviest choice, next to the club thing, but I think this is the heaviest choice we have to make. Resist or leave it be. What do these two even mean? I don't know. Okay. From what I can gather, we're in this situation right now. She swears that he's not there, and it's impossible for you to lie at this moment, right, Natsuki? Right? I mean, we're in the heat of our emotions, so... I really... Okay. If you say so, Natsuki. You know your dad best after all. I'll trust in your decision. Yeah, thanks. Don't worry so much about it. I know what I'm doing. Do you want me to come with you? No, I'm scared he'll try to get you arrested or something if you come inside. Besides, I'm not grabbing much, just some clothes and manga. Are you sure you'll be alright? Yeah, Midas, stop worrying about me. But that's what they pay me for. Natsuki giggles. You're an idiot. You're drowsy. Can we stay like this? Of course. I'm assuming you also want to stay tonight? Yeah. You can have my bed. Where are you gonna sleep? In my bed. But... oh. Don't try anything. Of course not. Good. There's a long silence before neither of us speak. We just lie there, next to each other. We aren't even cuddling, just taking up opposite sides of the bed. Earlier I considered letting her use my mom's bed, but I quickly shot down the idea. That would just be weird. Granted, this is weird enough, but I didn't want her sleeping on the couch. I don't exactly want to sleep there either. Why don't we have a spare room? Or a blow-up bed? Literally anything would save me from this awkward situation I'm in. I know most guys my age would jump at this opportunity, but I'm not exactly one of them. Not in this situation. That's very inappropriate of us. If we ever do such a thing. I just want to help her more than anything. I want to do whatever I can to keep her safe. And it feels weird lying in the dark with her, being in the same bed yet not being able to see her face. Granted, at least that means I don't have to see her bruises. And I can still tell that she's awake, as I can practically hear the gears in her head grinding. I know she's bothered by the conversation we had before, but I don't know what else to do. I sigh, shaking my head slightly. Natsuki apparently notices because she starts talking. Can't sleep either? Too much on my mind. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. I'm glad that you can't sleep either. I mean, not that I'm glad that you can't sleep, it's less weird and lonely if you're awake with someone else. Same. So, wanna talk about what's on your mind? It'll take too long to explain. Well, we've got all night. I let out a half-hearted, clearly uncomfortable chuckle. We do have all night, don't we? Somehow the thought of sleeping next to the girl I love is just making me uncomfortable rather than anything else. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's probably related to the situation we're in. I want to protect the girl next to me. Not, you know. Alright, that's a lie. But I am a teenager, right? Totally justifiable, I guess. Even so, I'm not stupid. I can't keep these thoughts to myself. So as long as she doesn't provoke... Hey, you're alright, you're moving a lot. I can't even breathe anymore, every muscle in my body tenses up. This can't be happening. I feel her roll over to face me. I know this is going to sound weird, but... Here it comes, the words that will spell my inevitable doom. Are you glad you met me? I'm at a complete loss for words. What do you mean, bro? Bro... I would be... so... like, I would be in love in that moment if she does say that. And then we'll answer with something like, yeah, I am, and something cheesy like that. But hey, it's heartwarming at least. Why are we relieved instead of that? I take a deep breath. Crisis averted. I hope. Yeah. Without opening my eyes, I hit the snooze button on my alarm clock. Those damn things are minions of the devil, I swear. Yawning, I sit up in my bed and quickly notice that Natsuki isn't here. Okay. Weird. What do you mean weird? She insisted on us sharing a bed last night, but she's not here? I grumbled to myself. I was looking forward to the early morning cuddling you see couples do in the movies. She's probably in the bathroom or downstairs. I wonder how the visit to this police station will go today. Never been in this situation before, so I have no idea what to expect. Truth be told, I'm kinda nervous. Oh well, only one way to find out. I stop outside the bathroom door. Morning! Natsuki doesn't respond. It looks like she's gonna be downstairs munching on my food. To my surprise, the kitchen is also empty, along with the living room. So that must mean she left without her permission. I bolt back upstairs in record time. Hey Nat? You in there? I tried to open my door and to my surprise it's unlocked. There's no one in here. Where's Natsuki? I pull out my phone and call her. Okay, just a side note, this is the first time I've seen your phone sprite, Natsuki. Just wanted to let that out. To my dismay, it goes to voicemail after ringing for a couple of seconds. I can't help but feel prickles of fear at the back of my neck. Where the hell could she be? I call her again and she doesn't answer. A thought pops into my mind. I shake my head desperately trying to rid myself of it. It doesn't work. The thought only becomes more ingrained in my mind, as if it's branded into my skull. I can't ignore the possibility anymore. Rush! Run! Go! It's probably just me being paranoid, but I'll just check the front door. This isn't happening, right? There's no way. In desperate panic, I throw my shoes and a coat and rush outside. Christ, it's foggy. Oh my god. I orient myself in the mist and run into the direction of Natsuki's house. I'm sprinting as fast as my legs will take me, but I don't feel any fatigue, just worry. Even if I try to focus on my breathing or the aching in my sore legs, the thought launches itself in front of my mind, and I just keep running. Oh god, it's so thick. It's not possible. Shit like this only happens in movies and stuff. Exactly. This can't be happening, I'm just overreacting. I should just be home. What'll happen if I'm wrong? She might have gone for a walk to clear her head, right? It must be cold. It might be cold. That's never stopped me before, and she's a lot more stubborn than I am. I have to be wrong, I just have to be. I need to stop before it comes to bite me. No, that's just sitting around would kill me. I need to do this. Run! I need to find her. I need to know that she's safe. Almost there. I can feel the adrenaline-filled blood rush to my brain. I begin to drown out my surroundings. The world around me fades away, lost in the mist. Is it just me, or is it getting lighter? All I can think about is Natsuki. I need to make sure. Even if she went back, it was probably just to get her things right. I know her, she wouldn't. Crash. Ow. That's what I get for not paying attention. Leave it to me. A trip on a rock at the worst time. I quickly inspect the damage. My hands and elbows are covered in blood and street debris. The sight of blood forces me to stop and finally focus. But suddenly the pain hits me all at once like a giant brick. And damn it! Particularly bad is my left elbow, which took the brunt of the fall. Wiping my hands on my shirt, I stand up. I clutch my elbow and try to stem the bleeding and press on. That's when I notice a police light shining like house lights through the thick fog. I stop dead in my tracks. My arm falls from my elbow and blood rushes down my fingertips, though I can hardly feel the pain anymore. This is Natsuki's house. No. No? Please God, no? You gotta be fucking kidding me! Officer? Oh, sorry. Excuse me, sir. You can't be here. This area is off limits. Why are you covered in blood? I'm completely frozen. For some reason, I can't bring myself to say a single word. I just stare blankly at the police officer. Hello? Are you alright? I tripped. That looks like a nasty injury. You should just sit down. What's your name? Midas. Okay, Midas, take a seat and take a deep breath. I don't move. I couldn't even if I tried. I can't feel... But try to tell me that... No! No! I can feel more than blood leaving my body now, rolling down my face. But I can't bring myself to wipe it away. All I can do is stand there looking at this house. I can't even form coherent thoughts anymore. Only one word pierces through the black veil. Natsuki. Natsuki? How do you know that name, Midas? Why are you here? What happened? We received a phone call from a neighbor. They heard raised voices and what sounded like a phone. Oh no! At last my brain starts to stutter. I need to know. Raised voices. If you don't mind me asking, how exactly do you know Natsuki, sir? I need to know the answer to the question. Oh my goodness! I can tell the officer is getting suspicious, but not one part of my body is responding. I feel a lump form on my throat. I choke on it, almost unaware that I had been breathing. I tried several times to speak, but the veil continues closing over. Even though I've been told nothing, seen nothing, know nothing about what's happened, I know everything. And this might happen, and this is all my fault. I find the resolve to clench my fist, praying to every god there is that I'm wrong. My girlfriend. She's my girlfriend, officer. A remorseful look falls upon the face of the police officer. No! He points his right at an ambulance. Oh my god! Oh what the hell? This has to be... You gotta be oh my goodness. Is she... Please? I'm far beyond words now. Every fiber of my being has given up. I dread the words the officer will speak next. I don't want to hear it. I can't hear it. I will never forgive myself for hearing these words. Oh god. We did what we could. By the time we got here, she was gone and her dad was hysterical. Going up in the hub, but it was an accident and that didn't mean it. There's nothing we could do, I'm sorry. For a moment, I almost believe him. I want to say that I snapped at that moment. I wish I had given its godlike power to rewrite time and space, but it wouldn't matter. It only matters not anymore. But the truth is, I broke a long time ago. I brought all of this pain upon myself. I brought pain to her. I did this. There's no way around it. Hey, what are you doing? No. What are we exactly doing? This isn't... Why... I dropped my hands and knees, start tears trickling down my face. The world itself weighs down upon me as I cry out every last bit of strength I have. The entire world's weight isn't everything compared to this. There isn't anything compared to this. I clench my hands into my fists. What have I done? I want to scream. I want to tear my lungs apart. I want to claw my eyes out, to rip my heart out of my chest. I try to scream, but there's nothing, not a sound. I can't even move anymore. All I can do is watch my tears mixed with blood on the floor. Is this mine? Is it hers? Will I ever know? I'll never know. I don't want to know. I don't want to think. I don't want to breathe. I don't want to do anything. I want nothing. I never want to feel again. I collapse on the floor, pouring my heart out on the empty, uncaring void. No one is here. No one to hear me scream. No one to care. No one. Nothing. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve anything. What if Natsuki isn't here? Then what have I worked hard so for? Was there more that I could have done? But no matter how many questions I have, there's no answers. There will never be. Only pain. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm pathetic. So empathetic. Why? Why me? Why now? Why her? Why? 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 Oh god. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh no. No. Okay, to be fair, I was kind of skeptical about leaving her be, but still, it's my fault. I just hope the good ending would be great. Even if, please, like, do I get the good ending if I choose this instead? Please? I mean, I hope she doesn't get angry that we're trying to tell her to not go. I don't know, Natsuki. I don't want to risk it. I told you I'll be fine. No, don't, please. I know, I'm just being cautious. It's not like the police aren't gonna let you get your stuff though. There's nothing we lose if we do it now. Midas? Sorry, I just don't want to take any unnecessary risks. I care about you too much to do that. There's a long silence as Natsuki ponders my suggestion. Eventually, she sighs deeply and starts talking. Thank goodness. I guess you're right. I don't want to take any risks either. Are you sure to let me get my stuff? I'm certain. Alright, I'll trust you then. Don't call them now though. I want to stay like this for a little bit. Of course. I'll do it sometime tonight. Okay. Well, I hope I chose right. I hope. Without opening my eyes, I hit the snooze button on my alarm clock. Unfortunately, the damage has already been done. With an irritated groan, I blurrily sit up and check the time. Just about 9, huh? I'm up pretty early. I get out of bed, strip naked, and head for the shower. Where's Natsuki? The hot water hits my face and runs down my chest, forcefully jolting myself awake. I go through my usual shower routine, silently thinking to myself. Showers are the best place just to think to yourself and reflect on everything. Guess that's why they're called shower thoughts. Regardless, I'm certainly in no short supply on things to contemplate, especially given everything that's happened recently. Where do we even begin? The morning after Natsuki stayed at my place after a long talk, Natsuki and I went to the police station. From there, everything became hectic really quick. In truth, it's all a huge blur of questioning. And sitting in the bullpen for hours on end, I didn't remember a lot of specifics. They labeled me as a witness. It was really a long day, but in the end they brought Natsuki's dad in and he ended up confessing to the abuse. Definitely the scariest part of the whole ordeal was the alternative care services said Natsuki was gonna have to stay at a child care institution, and she didn't have any nearby relatives. Oh my goodness. One of the few things I remember clearly from that day was the expression Natsuki gave me when we heard that. She was scared, understandable, and rightfully so too. Like the stories I've heard all about childcare institutions like that haven't exactly been the best. I wanted her to stay with me, but the police said I'm a minor and my mom is out abroad. They couldn't do that. I mean, they do have a point, but sad. As much as that annoyed me, I couldn't disagree with their reasoning. Besides, we got really lucky anyway. This really sweet older couple offered to foster Natsuki almost as soon as the notice was put out. Okay. A couple of days and a good amount of paperwork for everyone involved later, here we are. Fully washed, I turned the water off and began drying myself off. Man, there's so many dirty dishes, and with Natsuki coming over soon, I should really clean this up. As I'm cleaning up, it dawns to me just how different things are for Natsuki now. She's been through so much, and I can only imagine how crazy life must be for her. She's living with a new set of parents, her dad's in custody. I don't know how she's managed to put on a brave face and soldier through it all. She might be small, but her bravery knows no bounds. Right as I finished with the dishes too, I'm back! And as loud as ever. Oh, shut up, you know you missed me. I do. Can't argue with that. It's great to see you again, Nat. It's nice to seeing you too, Midas. Natsuki walks over and we share a gentle hug. You can tell that the hugs feel slightly foreign to Natsuki, as the way she embraces me doesn't feel as natural as it does with someone like Sayori. But still, I'm glad that she's able to give out hugs more freely than before. It's been a while since we've baked anything in here. I missed it, to be honest, Natsuki. Same. I guess that means we have to bake extra cupcakes to make up for all the time we lost. Sounds like a plan to me. Just don't expect me to eat a lot of them. I've been trying to watch myself as of late. Really? Yeah, I was just eating a lot through the whole transfer ordeal, so I'm trying to be better. That's good. I want you to be healthy. Maybe I should go with a diet. Your frame is not suitable for a diet, Natsuki. I'm pretty sure you're alright. Like you've been eating regularly now, considering you live with newer, nicer parents. Is that a joke? Duh. Besides, it's too much work. That's true. And anyway, Mayu and Takaharu said I needed to start eating more protein. That must be your new parents then. I nod my head in agreement. Probably best to listen to them. Yeah. I've been meaning to ask, by the way. Yeah? How's it been going with your foster parents, I mean? They've been good. Actually, they're both really nice to me. Thank goodness. It's been hard adjusting, but they helped a lot. That's a relief. I'm guessing that they've been making you eat. Yeah. Takahiro is a chef of the house, but he's really not that good. But I can't bring myself to tell him his cooking stinks. Don't tell him I told you that though. Don't worry, I'm not a snitch. Good. I was thinking about helping Takahiro cook dinner too. That's a great idea. Not only will you get to show off your cooking, but you'd also get to bond over it. Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear everything is doing alright. How have you been feeling after all of this, though? Or about all of this? I'm fine? I did say I've been eating more. Something tells me that Natsuki is not simply just okay. But why? The music fading signals something serious about to come up. Natsuki, you know what I mean? It's okay to still have negative emotions, you know? Even if your circumstances have changed. Natsuki takes a moment to answer me. It doesn't look like she's trying to hide anything, it's more like she's avoiding thinking about the subject. Yeah, but I mean, I went to the station this morning. I paused, eyeing her. Why would you do that? I can see Natsuki shrug, biting her lip. I wanted to see my dad. I reflexively stopped the urge to panic. She's obviously got a good reason, and jumping to conclusions won't do any good for anyone. Why? Can I be honest with you, Midas? Oh, I don't like where this is going. I really don't like where this is going. Don't try to tell me this is another bad end. I miss him. Wait, what? I know he's been awful and he hurt me, but he wasn't always like that. He's still my dad. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I can't help it. I'm the reason this happened after all. Not directly, but if I hadn't said anything, he wouldn't be in jail. I don't think I would want to go back to that, obviously. I just wish I could have done something different. He's not a bad person, okay? I take a deep breath. I can't look away from Natsuki's eyes. She's pleading me to give her a bone. Anything to make her not feel insane after all she's been through. All I can do is smile at her, hoping to convey that I understand. Well, not really understand, but at least accept what he's saying. I know. I wish we could have done something else. Gone about this a different way too. But that's just how it happened. We can't change the past. As much as I might not want to, I hold my tongue. I can't say I'm thrilled by this revelation. The man beat her senseless. Worse still, it could have gotten worse if no one had intervened. I feel betrayed. All I tried to do was keep her safe, but it feels like she walked willingly back into the lion's den just to see if it could bite her. Or if it would bite her. Well, she has a point. It's her dad, so naturally there's gonna be some sort of connection one way or another, so even though we're given the abusive past, I guess I could understand. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I close my eyes in an attempt to calm down the emotion welling up in the deep recesses of my mind. No. If I want this relationship to succeed, I need to trust my partner. Either she's crazy or I am. Perhaps we both are. But who said that was a bad thing? It's at that moment that I realized something. She's changed the way she talks about him after everything she's been through. I can't blame her. She's grown so much over the past few months that if you compared her to the way I met her and now, she'd be almost unrecognizable. But I wouldn't change one thing about her. I truly wish we could have resolved her home problems in a better way, one that allowed her to be guilt-free. But that's a fantasy. I know you're upset with me, but I had to. I need you to know why. Know why about what? I can't explain it. I don't expect you to understand, just I need you to trust me. She looks up at me with pleading eyes. It's times like this when we're so close that I can really feel the difference in height and stature. She's tiny like a kitten. Of course I trust you. You don't need to explain yourself to me. I hold her tight, lightly stroking the back of her head, just like what you do to a cat. Thank you, Midas, for everything. I really do love you. I know. I'll always be here for you, no matter what. I love you too. It takes a long time for us to finally part. It had only been a few weeks. Or it had only been a few weeks, rather. Sorry, I think I stuttered. But it felt like forever. Hey, yeah? Please don't let go of me, alright? but unlike the others, this isn't how the story... Well, this is probably the true ending. But if you're gonna tell me that I'm done, well, I want to know the other ending, so... If you're gonna tell me that, or if you're gonna ask me if I'm done, the answer is no. But regardless, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Wait a minute, what's this? So you finally made it, huh? All 3 routes. All 3 good endings. Okay. This is a message from the devs. Back in February 2018, I would never have imagined that trying the DLC would have such long-lasting ripples on my life. It's extremely cliched, but the DLC perhaps is the most influential game I've ever played. You're not alone in that. Sir Swampert, apparently you're the one who wrote this. Not only did it finally give me the chance to try my hand at writing, a hobby I've always wanted to try, but it also gave me the opportunity to meet some wonderful people who I otherwise would have never had the chance to meet. More importantly, the DLC opened my eyes to the world of the Japanese media, with 2 standouts being Danganronpa and Katawa Shoujo. Dan taught me the important lesson of never judging a book by its cover. Working on this project for over 2 years was extremely difficult. The stress of helping, writing, sorry, is that keeping? Sorry, the font. Keeping the entire project together was really pervasive, and I'd lie awake for many nights wondering if it would be worth it. In the end, I'm glad it pulled through, partially because I wanted to prove myself that I could stick to the new hobby, but also because I wanted to share my story in the hope that it would have a positive impact on someone's life. Well, you have my vote, Sir Swampert. I really hope that you enjoyed diving back into the world of the DLC, and if this one made you smile, it made me more than smile. If just for one person, then I think it's all been worth it. As a final goodbye, I would like to give anyone wanting to start writing a piece of advice. Just start. Cliched, tried and true. I know, but it's the most honest advice I could give you. You never know where it will take you. I didn't know that in February 2018, and I'm proud of where I am now. By Sir San Swampert. P.S. to all my fellow dudes and friends who kept up a continual stream of encouragement, thank you. The mod wouldn't be here without you guys. Aww. Thank you too, Sir Swampert. Thank you too. To be honest, I don't really know what to say. Oh, there's more. And hello, and congrats on reaching all 3 good endings. Anime, manga, and visual novels have always been passions of mine for my entire life. I grew up on the Doraemon and Chibi Maruko-chan. I don't know that, but the Doraemon I know. And as the years passed, I explored every genre out there. Yes, I had the typical shoujo manga phase in middle school, and even fangirled over yaoi and yuri girls in high school. I always loved the way these types of media have never been afraid to push the boundaries on their limitations. Despite technically being cartoons, anime and manga address the serious concerns and adult matters. Sorry, that's a semicolon. They were able to utilize the the art of their mediums to convey certain messages that could not be conveyed through live action. As for visual novels, it amazes me that they allow us to form such deep attachments to fictional characters. Well, if I could say one thing, this mod is basically that. I grew such a deep attachment thanks to this mod. A well-written visual novel is wonderful in that it encourages you to actively empathize with the characters, to walk in their shoes so that you can make the appropriate choice when the time comes. Like you, as a player, I would have tried for all the good endings that Blue Skies included, As someone who enjoys 100%ing visual novels, I would have felt awful, as I always do, when purposefully choosing the incorrect choices for the bad endings. I wish that through Blue Skies I have helped you feel the same way too. With this Natsuki ending, I think I can agree with you, Miss Kyoryii. Even after the many sleepless nights spent hunched over my drawing tablet and squinting at countless pages of writing and code, I wouldn't change a thing about my experience with Blue Skies. It has introduced me to a singularly extraordinary, albeit sometimes fanatical, community, and so many incredible modders. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to make this mod. Without you, the player, I wouldn't have a reason to undergo such a project, and for that, you have my sincere gratitude. You have mine as well, Miss Kyoryii. Thank you for playing Blue Skies, and I hope you had fun doing so. See you, Space Cowboy. Kyoryii. Aww. Thank you too, guys. Thank you too.